Can you recall a time when you were hunting where the inclement weather made your experience in the field absolutely miserable? Well, I can certainly say that I've been there on numerous occasions and will more than likely be in that predicament once again. However, when hunting on my little piece of heaven, I want to be as comfortable as I can be whenever I can. I love hunting from a tree stand. There's nothing quite like it, especially when that buck walks underneath you. But there are times when I want to be out of the extreme elements. I had saved some old wormy chestnut wood from an old house I tore down on the property years ago. The old house was built in the early 1920s. It's been a very long time since this wood has seen the sun, much less a saw blade. For nostalgic reasons, I wanted the wood to remain on the property and put to good use. I wanted this old wood to construct my new elevated hunting blind, to connect the past with the present, so to speak. To avoid the summer heat, we utilized my garage to build what we could in the shade. We then moved the prefabricated wood structures with the aid of my tractor to the building site. Once we got the building under roof, the sun wasn't so bad then. The blind can be moved to new locations on the property whenever the need arises. However, I hope this won't be anytime soon. This hunting spot should be great for both bow and gun hunting. It is also a perfect spot to introduce a newcomer to the hunting world. Hunting is a great way for us to enjoy nature. Getting up off the couch and on the stand is the name of the game. Most hunters look forward to opening day of the season, but then soon burn out. It normally takes hours, days, weeks, or even months of hunting to fill a tag. The more comfortable the stand is, the more time we can stay put on that stand. The bottom line is that hunting normally takes a lot of time and patience. The most important aspect to hunting is just being there and putting in the time. When running camera equipment, it makes the challenge of the hunt that much more difficult. Hunting from a tree stand, especially when the weather is bad, can make it rough. Expensive electronics are much easier to manage from a ground blind, or even better yet, from an elevated shooting house. Filming your own hunt is always challenging, but can be done so much easier from a blind. Adding a cameraman means twice as much movement, noise, and scent, so hunting from a blind will help out there as well. After hunting a property for several years, the hunter will learn the movement habits of the animals. It's important not to build an elevated blind too soon. Moving the stand can be time-consuming and just not a good thing to have to do. Take your time selecting that perfect spot for your dream blind and do it right the first time. The name of the game here is location, location, location. Even if you have thousands of acres to hunt, it always comes down to that perfect 20-yard shot, at least for us bow hunters. Hunting blinds are much safer getting in and out of than tree stands, especially when taking a youngster with you. Hunting from a blind allows you to get in and out of your hunting area quickly and quietly, much more so than from tree stands. Having a somewhat permanent blind will allow the animals to get accustomed to their surroundings. Within a few weeks, the animals will not even pay much attention to the structure anymore. Camouflaging or brushing in the blind is not necessary with this kind of setup. It's always a good idea to spend the extra time concealing a pop-up blind though. Blinds will help with scent control, hide movement, and even help with noise concealment much better than a tree stand will. Please don't get me wrong, I love hunting from tree stands, but sometimes they are not the best tool for the job. Using an elevated blind is perfect when there's no trees to climb. The stand I chose to build is 6 feet off the ground. The floor space is 6 feet wide and 8 feet long. The ceiling is 8 feet high. Having tall ceilings will allow enough room to draw a bow easily. There is a 36-inch wide full-size door with 5 3x3 quiet sliding windows. This will allow easy viewing and shots from all sides. The blind is insulated to help with climate control and to dampen noise. There is enough room for several hunters to fit comfortably, but small enough to heat easily with a small propane heater. Adding carpet to the floor will help keep things quiet when moving around, or if something is accidentally dropped. Curtains are a must to conceal movement from inside when animals are approaching the blind. This is especially true when bow hunting. Throw in a camera arm, a tripod, and you've got one custom deluxe shooting house. In the off-season, when your wife or girlfriend tells you that you're in the doghouse, you'll know just where you will need to go. I always name my hunting stands so that we know where everybody is hunting. We were putting the finishing touches on the new blind when Dad said he thought he had the perfect name for the stand. He said, let's call it Studio, because of all the hunting videos we hope to get out of it over the years. The name Studio just sounds right, and it stuck.